Hi, I'm Dr. Francesca Zampollo, and this is In Search of Meaningful Food. Today's story belongs to somebody quite special, Giampaolo Grazioli. If you live in Auckland, New Zealand, or if you have visited the city, he doesn't need an introduction. If you are into ice cream and gelato and live anywhere in the world, chances are you have already heard about him. Giampaolo is the owner of Giapo, the most amazing gelato place in Auckland, and definitely one of the most interesting in the world. I'll put the links about Giapo in the description below. Thank you, Giampaolo, for sharing your wonderful, meaningful food story.
I come from a small town called Torre del Greco, which is between Naples and Sorrento in south of Italy. When I came here, I graduated in food science, so probably my passion for science brought me to ice cream, which is a very technical food. Then just Giapo came out, and at first Giapo wasn't an ice cream shop actually. It was a pastry shop. I don't know if you know about it. And but it didn't last long, so then it was turned into an ice cream shop 2 or 3 months later. I have quite a few meaningful food in my history. Probably the one that came out first were the meatballs on Sunday morning. The ragu used to be prepared, and still it's prepared this way in my home here in Auckland, about 24 hours early on. The flame is very, very low, and it's done with the passata and with the meat cooking inside. And so my grandmother and my mom used to put the braciole and sometimes sausages and meatballs. So those meatballs were cooked for probably 15 hours before we were having them. But actually not, because it was our breakfast on Sunday morning. Start cooking on lunchtime on Saturday, or later in the afternoon on Saturday, leaving them in the pot overnight. But at 7 o'clock, I could remember I used to wake up with the smell of the ragu and the coffee around the house. And it was a big recall to go in the kitchen and start stealing some meatballs from the pot. And I remember my grandmother screaming at us, me and my brothers, that she would not have enough for the lunch. It was quite meaningful. It's quite a meaningful moment of my life, and it's quite clear in my memory. Another meaningful food that I cannot not mention about is the pizza. It's probably the most eaten food of my life, with the ice cream. Because, I would say at least we would have it at least 3 times a week. I'm Napolitan, essentially. If one day we're not going out to have pizza, we're making our own. But it wasn't really the food, it was us defining who we were with that pizza. We were Napolitan, and we were having pizza 3 times a week. That's what it is, you know. Yeah, pizza plays a big role in my definition of meaningful food. The last one that I remember, that I have it very close to me until today, of course, is the ice cream. You know. Then I made my life around it. I remember my father and my mom taking us all out, and I remember buying always the same flavor, which was a lemon sorbet. I come from an area where lemons are big, so lemon sorbet was for me a big hit. Then I discovered strawberries, and the strawberry sorbet was always playing a role with lemon sorbet. You know? We were big ice cream eater. If I had not been exposed by the experiences of my life, probably Giapo wouldn't be what it is today. So yeah, definitely Giapo comes from those experiences back then. What is cool about ice cream is that it's a language that allows you to speak with everyone. Everyone.
Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you want to see more, don't forget to click on subscribe. And if you have a meaningful food story you'd like to share, I can't wait to see it. Just get in touch and it will be featured in this channel. See you soon and happy meaningful food!